Hey guys, how you doing? Owen here. Just want to go over a quick little warm-up that we do with our keepers before we do our handling and footwork drills. Okay, so it's really important to get proper mobility work and activation work before we start any ball work. But as goalkeepers, I like to involve the ball nice and early so that we can get a feel of it. So the first thing I do is take off the gloves. Okay, so we don't need the gloves on all the time. We need to know how to catch the ball without using the gloves. So the first thing I do for these warm-ups is to make sure that my keepers aren't wearing gloves. Okay, we're going to go through quite a few drills. Remember, this is before the handling, before the footwork. It's going to be 10-15 minutes of work to be done before you start your regular warm-up. Okay, what we're doing here: mobility, activation and movement prep, and the idea of keeping you injury-free during the match and raising testosterone levels. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is a rolling exercise. Okay, so the first one we want to do is rolling on our back. We're doing this to get a good stretch in the hamstrings and the lower back. Also, rolling is good for the balance system, so it kind of wakes you up a little bit. So remember, the ball is in our hands, reach back, then reach through. Each time you reach through, you want to try and reach a little further. Okay? So that's the first one. So the next one, second one, we're on our back. Ball is pushed up into the air, keeping the elbows straight, core activated. You're going to keep your knees together and your heels off the floor. You're then going to bring your knees from side to side, keeping as much of your upper body on the floor as possible. You want to do this for 10 reps each side.
Okay, rolling.
Okay, so the next one, we're getting into 2 90-degree positions here with our legs, okay? So 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. I'll put the ball to the side, and I'll flip my legs over so that they're in 2 90-degree positions facing the other direction. You want to do this 10 times each side. To progress it, you can do it still holding the ball. Okay, that's the third one. Next little warm-up exercise that we're doing, we're staying on the ground, ball back in our hands, push the ball up into the air again, activating the core, legs straight, then raise it up and down, up and down. You want to do 10 on each side. Make sure you keep your legs nice and straight, you keep your core activated, and you don't arch your lower back. Okay?
Rolling.
Okay, next one is the last one on the floor. Again, ball in hands. Again, we're on our back, and again, we're going to be pushing the ball straight up, making sure our arms aren't bent, keeping our core nice and strong. Legs are straight. Take one leg over, across the body, and then back up. Other one up, over, across, and back up. So again, you want to do 10 on each side. Key here is to not let too much of your body, upper body, come off the floor. Okay, so we don't want this happening. We want the ball to be straight up in the air like this. We don't want the shoulders to come off, okay? Okay, next one, up on our knees. I'm going to extend this leg out, still with the ball in my hands, putting it on the floor, and I'm going to keep my back straight. So if you want to come to the side and show them that my back is nice and straight. From this position, I'm going to squat back, coming close to my heels, then back into my starting position. After 5, I want you to then point the toe, as you can see here, point the toe up to the sky, and then do the same thing. Keeping that toe up, your back nice and straight. After that, you're going to squat back and then point the toe up and bring it down, keeping that back straight. So you do 5 of each, 5 with the toe straight, 5 with the toe up, and then 5 bringing the toe up and down. Then you switch sides. Okay? Okay, next one, we're on our feet. We're going to start at the end line and we're going to work to the 18 and then jog backwards. What we're doing is taking a diagonal step in both directions to the 18, then jogging backwards. As I take my step, I'm going to loop the ball through my legs, come to a full standing, diagonal step to the other direction, loop the ball through my legs, come to a full standing, and you're going to do this the whole way to the 18, then jogging back with the ball in your hand. Next one, you're probably all familiar with this one. It's going to be high knees. We're just doing it with the ball in our hand, okay? So I want you to outstretch that ball. Make sure you're keeping that core activated. That's why we're keeping the ball out, okay? Elbows straight, not bent. Once we bend them, we start to flex a little bit, and this guy shuts off, okay? So ball out straight, then high knees. When you get to the 18, I want you to jog backwards again. On to the next one. We're going to open the gate. So what we want to do, bring the knee up, out to the side. Again though, we're keeping that ball outstretched. So as we bring the knee up and out to the side, don't let the ball come with it. We want to make sure we're really opening up the hips, not using the upper body to get that movement, okay? So same thing, we're going to work to the 18, jog backwards. Next one, we close the gate. So same thing, except bringing the knee in rather than out, okay? So we start with the knee out. And we bring it in. Make sure we're concentrating on not letting that ball go from side to side. So we don't want this. We want that ball to be pointing straight up the field. And again, we're working to the 18 and jogging back. Next one, we're working on our monster walks. So again, that ball is straight out. Then we take a nice big march, keeping the legs straight, keeping the back straight, kicking up as high as you can with the knees straight, okay? We don't want the back to round, so we don't want to do this, and we don't want to do this. Nice straight walk. Okay, now we're working the upper body a little bit. Same thing, out to the 18, jogging back. We're making big circles with the shoulders. Again, make sure the body isn't going from side to side or the back isn't breaking. You want to stay nice and tall and stay in control of the ball. Okay? Next one, we're going to work to the 18 and back, but we're going to do the same exercise, back and forth facing the same direction. So what we're going to do is our side step, out to the 18 and then back in. So we hit both sides. Keep the ball in your hand. Make sure that we're not clicking our feet. We're going to take nice strong steps in a good solid position with our hips back and our chest up.
Rolling.
Next one, we're doing our karaoke. Okay? So as I bring my leg over, my body goes to the opposite side. Okay? Same thing, out to the 18 and back. Alright guys, so we've got most of the mobility done. Now we're going into activation, okay? So now that we're nice and warm, blood is flowing, joints are feeling nice and loose, it's time to activate the muscles, okay? So the first one we're going to do is a walking lunge. As we do that, we're going to reach across the side of the body with the leg in front, okay? So that forward leg that I'm lunging on, I'm going to reach across with the ball in my hands. So I'm going to show you now. Okay, so if you just want to come to the front here and show them where the ball is going, how it's going to the side. Take a step into my lunge, making sure that my knee isn't going too far forward. I'm not feeling it in my knee, but in my glutes and my hamstring. Then the ball inside of the body, I'm going to bring it back at an angle. Power up to standing, driving through the full foot, not through the toes, through the heel and the mid foot. Come to a full standing, go to the other side, and reach. Okay? You're doing this out to the 18 and you jog back.
Rolling.
Okay guys, almost there. A couple more activation drills. So now we're doing a reverse lunge. We did our forward lunge, our reverse lunge, simply just stepping back, okay? If you want to come to the side and show how when I step back, my knee is directly above my ankle. I then drive up from that front leg, not from the toes, not by rocking the knee forward. We don't want this. We want to drive straight up, okay? But as I go back, I'm going to push the ball straight overhead, then stand. Okay? You're going to do 6 of those on each leg. Okay. Next one, a side lunge. So we did our forward lunge, our reverse lunge. Now we do a side lunge. We're going to work the sides of those glutes. Okay? So, standing with the feet together, step out to the side, feet staying parallel. I come back on my hips. Make sure you feel it in the back of the body, not in the front and the knee. Okay? So again, if you want to come to the side and show them how when I go into my lunge, my knee isn't going past my toes. We don't want this. We want to be back on the back of the body here. Okay? At this point, I drive the ball straight out, bring it back in, then power off to full standing. So it'll look like this. Make sure, as I say, we keep the feet parallel throughout. We don't let this leg bend, so we don't want it to bend. We want to keep it straight, hips back, push the ball out, drive off, keeping this leg straight. Make sure as we drive off, it doesn't bend, okay? Again, 6 of those on each side. Alright guys, 2 more left, almost there. Next, we're into some single leg work, get our balance system going, get the glutes nice and activated, okay? So, simply just standing on one leg, with the ball out in front, I then send my leg that's up, this one, back behind me, and the ball down, trying to keep my upper back nice and straight. Then back to full standing. Okay. So again, 6 on each side. Make sure that it's the hips that go back, not the knee that goes down. So have someone watch you if it's your first time doing it. Make sure it's hips back, not knee down. Okay? Last one, guys, and it's single leg again. Okay? So what we're doing, standing on one leg, ball in front, just bring the ball through the legs. Okay? We want to do this 8 times on each leg. Alright?